Hello, how's it going everyone? My name is Hocus Pocus, this is the Minecraft Let's Play episode 118, and today we're starting things over at Oasis because yesterday we streamed once again and we just pottered around a little bit, did a few pieces of work here and there. You might notice some changes in Oasis, it is beginning to develop nicely. So let's go and explore what we've done because as I say, there was a little bit of change and a few buildings have been built and progress has been made, so let's see what we did. And firstly, what I decided to do was implement 3 beds into each of these 3x3 indoor areas because I figured since I've decided basically not to decorate the interiors of these houses because like who really minds, you know? I don't think you're going to be too interested about what's going on inside of them. I've just decided to pack in as many beds as possible. So we got 3 in there and 3 in there. We built this house in the stream yesterday as well. So this is just a template that I've been copying over and over again from the houses over there. And inside of this one, as per usual, we've just got a couple of beds like this. And we've got the side entrance with the lantern. All that good stuff. Looks cool. And we've connected that with a path that runs past the farm here and these 2 houses. If we take a left and head over here, this is one that we built off camera actually. So in the stream, I sort of finished this up. This isn't a house, however. This is a place for some job blocks to go. So we've got 4 lecterns in here, which means we're going to have 4 librarians hanging around the area. And I was quite pleased with how this build turned out. I didn't follow really anything that I saw online. I just took ideas from other builds that we had in the area and eventually came up with this. So if we come to the back of the build, you will also see that we've got this nice little arched sort of entrance that protrudes from the back here, which is just another doorway into the building. And then aside from that, I think we built one more house, which was over here somewhere, right bang next door to the original design over here. So let's go and check that out. So we've got this design on the left, and then right next to it on the right, we've got another one of these 3x3 interiors with 3 beds. And in the side of this one, I decided to go with a few carrots and a nice little lantern. So I figured that that would be a nice way to mix things up, add a bit of crop action into the side of the house, and that way we're just making things ever so slightly different whilst also remaining with the template style that we're going with here. So that was pretty much all the change for Oasis, and aside from that, not much else happened. There was one more thing that I wanted to show you guys because it's quite a rare find. I did highlight this in the stream, but if you look into this ravine, come inside of it, might be a few guys we have to take out here. I see a creeper as well that needs to go, but he has landed exactly on what I wanted to show you. So there's actually a fossil that protrudes out the side of the ravine. It's a little bit open, as you can see. The bone blocks are creating this sort of this skeleton-like structure down in the ravine. I just thought I'd bring that to you guys' attention because these are very rare, and this is the first one that I've ever found. So yeah, that's cool. Okay guys, so jumping into the actual meat of today's episode, I think we're going to start over here in Oasis and try to get one more of the buildings changed up here. And the one that we're going to change up is this one right here, so I'm not really sure what it is. I think the leatherworkers sort of hang around this area. Let me see if there's any of the guys inside at the moment. No, it doesn't look like it. So I'm figuring that we tear this down and try to fit the theme in a somewhat similar fashion. You know, I'm going to leave the corner blocks in as I usually do, just as a sort of guideline where this building should be going. And I will tear everything down, bring you guys back in when we've got just the corners in place, and then we'll figure out some sort of design to implement and see where we can take things. Alright then guys, so we finally got everything in place, and these are the corner blocks that will remain in the build. Just to give us a guideline, as I say, I like to have some sort of framework to work with, just to keep the buildings rather similar to the way that they started out, just to keep the sort of feel of the village alive if we can. Yeah, it doesn't really matter too much if we change things, but I like to try and keep it the same anyway, just for a bit of variance. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave the corner pieces in place just for now, go grab ourselves some materials to work with. So we're probably going to need... Actually, you know what? First of all, we'll get rid of all of this rubbish that we don't really need. It seems like we're running out of space very quickly around here as well, so we might have to get some more chests going, just to make sure that we've got enough space for all of this junk to go in. And then in here we've got all of our good stuff. So let's grab a bit of this, bit of that. Some sandstone is always good. And I'll just quickly say, guys, if you are enjoying the video at this point, or find yourself enjoying it at a different point, please do consider subscribing today. That would be great if you could, if you're new around here. And of course, drop a like down below, any comments. I would appreciate them to be left in the comment section as well so that I can respond to you and interact with you guys. That would be perfect. So I'm going to see what I can do about getting this building up and running, and then we'll bring you guys back in to check it out along the way. Oh, hey, this guy turned up. Let's see if he's got any decent trades today. Bubble coral block for 3. Acacia sapling for 5. Like, what? Light blue dye for 1. Cyan dye and red dye for 1. And then bucket of pufferfish. Yeah, no good trades. And, Oh. I'm sorry, dude. Did I say something to upset you? Oh, wait, you guys. Since the leads have detached, does that mean that these guys aren't going to despawn? Oh, that could be really cool if they don't. Hopefully they don't, and we'll monitor that over the course of the episode. Let's just see what happens. Okay, guys, I'm about done here, or almost anyway. So I thought I'd bring you in for a bit of the building process. So what we're going to do here is we're going to just start to bring this window up together. I've changed things ever so slightly from the initial build. Just to fit this in here, we wanted a little fireplace because I feel like this area is going to accommodate some more leatherworkers. I guess we'll just put the leatherworkers back into the building that they started in. I believe leatherworkers use the what's it called, the cauldron. I think they use the cauldron, right, to attain their job. So we're gonna try and stick with that and keep the same amount of cauldrons in this room that we started with, which was 4. So let's put this window in place, and I keep taking things out of my hotbar when I don't mean to. There we go. Perfect. And then we're going to need a ceiling on this place in just a second. But firstly, we'll do something like this just to give an arch over the top of the entrance there. So let's do that and then pop in another half slab up there. That should work. Yep. And let's see from the outside just to make sure. Yeah, that's okay by me. Then we've got this here, and then on the other side we've got this nice area, and then at the back we've got something like this. So this is where the chimney is, and I just guess that kind of these places that have leatherworkers, they have armorers, that have toolsmiths, that kind of thing, they do often have fires in place to help with the crafting of what they do. So let's get ourselves a fire, a campfire. So we need 3 sticks, a coal, and some wood. We should have a piece of coal here. Yep, there we go. And then fire again. Perfect. There we go. So let's pop this into the fireplace and hope that the chimney will allow the smoke to rise out from the ashes here. There we go. And then if we look at the top, perfect. There we go. Okay, that's really cool. I like that. I like that a lot. So next step probably is to create the flooring. So let's just do that. Turn a whole bunch of these logs into planks. And I generally keep the floors simple in these places. Just a nice bit of wood. Usually works well. The orange contrasts with the rest of the build pretty well in most cases. So let's just fill all of this in with the acacia planks, which are a nice tingy orange. There we go, that's good. And then outside we've got this as the entrance. We need to build ourselves a small overhang here, so I figured we'd do something like this. Let's take these up by a couple more notches, so maybe like that. And then on top of this first notch, I don't know how I placed that there. That was supposed to go on top of the fence post like that. Let's get this one back. There we go. And then we'll go up another half slab like this. And I think what we usually do when we do something like this is just pull out a block in the window and fill it in like so, and that usually works quite well. You know what? We might even add a little bit of texture difference there just for a bit of design. So we'll put the regular sandstone in like that instead of the cut. And then we've got ourselves that small pagoda outside, which always looks quite cool and fits the theme of the desert quite nicely because, you know, you need a lot of shade to protect yourself from the sun. So this is inside again, and we now need to figure out a roof for this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and do that off camera and bring you guys back to check it out. Okay. It's a new dawn, it's a new day in Minecraft, that is. We just had a sleep to get the nighttime out of the way, but the ceiling, or the roof I should say, because we are on top of it at the moment, is pretty much done. This is how they go. They're very basic, of course. I think, though, I do want to change this up slightly. I think we're going to get rid of this. And I kind of want this chimney to sort of protrude past the roof itself. So let's cap those off, for one, because we don't want any sandstone on top of that, really. That wouldn't make much sense. And then what we'll do is we will add some more sandstone in. And I'm kind of mixing in this regular sandstone texture into the chimney just because it kind of looks cracked, which is what happens to stone when it is exposed to lots of heat over time. So I think that makes a bit of sense. So we'll crack that right up at the top. And then we've got the small chimney that sort of comes to the tip. And then I might even go ahead, add some slabs like that just to give it an extra bit of height. And I've sort of been thinking as well that maybe we should change this to a hay block. I mean, the coal looks good because it looks like ashes right at the bottom of the fire, but I think I want this I want the smoke to go a bit higher just so that it is definitely visible. Or is that enough? Because it kind of just puffs out the top. It's quite quaint, isn't it? It looks quite cozy. Yeah, you know what? We might leave it as it is. We might leave it as it is. I quite like that. So this is the build pretty much complete. We need to add some pathways in, figure out what we're going to do outside, and also throw some cauldrons back in there. Because as I say, I'm pretty sure the cauldrons define a villager as a leather worker. So let's find where we dump those off. So, somewhere around here. There we go, 4 cauldrons. And we're just going to pop those back inside the build. Maybe a couple out here as well, just as they were. So Yeah, we'll go with 3 outside again, I think. It looked pretty cool with the 3 cauldrons out front underneath that little pagoda thing. And then right inside, we'll just pop a cauldron over there. And this is the leatherworkers shop. So I think that's pretty cool. It's got a bit of a fire in it. The chimney, you can see there, the smoke comes out. And there we go. Straight away, the leatherworkers picked his job back up, which is awesome. So yeah, it's pretty much done. Let's get a pathway connected to this thing. And that should hopefully cap off a nice build. Okay, this turned out really great, actually. In my opinion, at least. I don't know what you guys are going to think, but I will show you right now. This is the finished product, the leatherworking factory station place thing. I don't really know. What would you call it? A Leatherworks? I mean, we're not going to give it official names, of course, because we don't actually decorate the interiors or anything like that. We're not going to bother too much about designating buildings and things like that. Some will look different than others. Maybe when we build the church, that will be obviously a church. But, you know, as far as it goes, we're not really going to be too fussed about making sure that everything looks exactly as it should in real life. Anyway, I figured that we'll create a couple of trapdoors, try and add a bit of detail to it like we usually do. Just a few on the back or the side maybe, just to add that extra something, you know, just to look at. So we could do something like that. Just pop a couple back here. Maybe, and then we could even go and get some on the side right here as well, just for an extra piece of detail, but not too much in terms of extras. We've added in the pathway that walks us through the front or across the front, and then a little pathway that just connects to the cauldrons here, so our leatherworker friends that hang around the area can come up and utilize them when they need to restock their trades and all that good stuff. And then inside, as you guys know, we've got the small quaint fireplace, which I really like. Looks kind of cool. We got this chimney going on as well, which gives a lot of depth to the interior of this build, even though we're not focusing too much on the interiors. And then also on the inside, we've got one more cauldron, which we removed from the original build. So four were here beforehand, and 4 are here after the completion of the new build. As you saw in the last clip as well, I also tied the llamas up. I'm really hoping these guys hang around, because I think if you breed them as well, they will produce a baby that looks the same and has this whole... you know, like the whole mat thing on their back, the carpet thing on the back, which is kind of cool. Our wandering trader is still hanging around down there, and we could go sacrifice his life if we want to, but I don't want to mess with the way that these guys are supposed to despawn or what have you. So actually, maybe what we should try is grabbing some wheat and seeing if we can breed these guys. I'm pretty sure llamas are bred through wheat, and if not, I will quickly go check the wiki to find out what they use to breed, and we will try and get that done. But let's see what these guys do, if they even react to this. So they've eaten it, which I guess means they're slightly tamer than they used to be. So maybe you have to tame them similarly to horses. Okay, guys. So I guess I've got a bit of motivation now to try and get these guys, right? Because it seems as though they act similarly to horses. So I brought some more wheat with us, and we're going to try and feed these guys up, give them a few pieces each, you know, make sure they're nice and full. And then let's see what happens if we just ride this guy. I mean, he's flitting around. And the hearts, does that mean he's tame? I think he's tame, right? I just saw the hearts come up. Let's try this guy. No, he's not happy still. He needs more food. He's a hungry boy. Okay, let's try again. All right, he's all over the place still. He's all over the place. And there are the hearts. So does that mean we can breed them now? Or... all right, give me a second to check the wiki. I'm going to see if we can breed these guys. And hopefully we'll have a little llama running around with a carpet on his back. That'd be really cute, right? All right, guys. It seems as though llamas actually require hay bales to enter love mode. They won't breed through the use of regular wheat. That's only to tame them in the first place. So I guess if we give both of these guys a hay bale each, they should produce some offspring. So let's give this a shot. So llama 1 and llama 2. Let's see what they do. They're getting together, and where did he go? Did you guys see that? Where did the llama go? He definitely spawned, but he disappeared. Is this because I've tamed and bred the llamas that the wandering trader has brought with him? All right, let's give that one more try. See, actually, we're not going to be able to try it, are we? Because they need to reset. All right, let me give them time to reset their cooldown, and I'll bring you guys back in. We'll try that again, because I really don't know what happened there. Kind of strange. Looks like these guys are ready to breed again. I've already fed this one, so let's feed this one and see what they do this time, and hopefully he doesn't disappear. Okay. Absolutely no llama at all this time, which is even more interesting than the last time. So maybe these guys just can be bred. How about we wait until our friend the wandering trader down there actually despawns, and if these guys hang around, then possibly we'll be able to possibly we'll be able to breed them then. I have no idea. I don't know why this isn't working, but I'm sure we'll figure it out at some point. So let's wait and see what happens. Here's something else I want to bring to your guys, the attention of you guys, I should say, not your guys' attention. I guess both work, but the attention of you guys sounds a bit more proper. So I was thinking that possibly we could change the wall design ever so slightly. So I like the way the lanterns are in. It provides a bit of light at night. It's quite useful. Of course, when you've got mobs spawning everywhere, you don't particularly want them hanging around your village and decimating the villagers. So I quite like the way this looks, right? It looks a lot more fortified than what we've got at the moment, and we could even change that dirt block out there. Give it some stripped orange as well, like that, some stripped acacia to add to the textures. And yeah, I just want to know if you guys think we should maybe change it to this. I quite like the look of it, is what I'm trying to get out of my mouth, but it's struggling. I quite like the look of how it would be if we did change it to this, had a bit more fortification, or it looks as though it's got a bit more fortification. And yeah, I don't know. What do you guys think? Maybe let me know in the comments if you like this or not, and if you do seem to like it more than this, because this is kind of weird to me anyway. It looks kind of strange. Let's just do one more and see how it looks if we have quite a few of them going on. We are going to need some more fences to achieve that. But yeah, my words are struggling. My mouth is struggling. It's on overdrive at the moment. But as I say, I just think it might look a bit better if the wall looks a bit more fortified like this. So let's do another one right here. So first of all, we take this out, take that out, take that out. And then you take a couple more of these slabs and bring the wood down like so. There we go. Nice and easy. And then you take this guy out and strip it, make it orange. And then do something like that. And yeah, this is it. This is the new fortified design. So do let me know down below if you like this or not, and we can think about changing the entire wall to this, because I know some of you guys weren't particularly pleased with how flat the wall looked and how how low detail it was. So maybe changing it to this will help. I don't know. You guys let me know. We could even try something like this, maybe stripping these as well to give that extra bit of color. So I don't know. You guys let me know. Do you like this? Do you like this? Do you want me to just keep it the same like that? Let me know in the comments. I'd appreciate it. On the theme of the wall, guys, I figured that maybe we could try some different textures. So I headed back to base, grabbed some textures, some new textures, some terracotta, which we gathered a few episodes ago, right? And we do want to use it. So maybe it's worth trying to use it here. And I feel like these colors will fit quite well. So we've got the regular, the orange, and the yellow. They fit the theme of Oasis quite well, I think. So the orange especially, the yellow complements it quite well. And the regular terracotta as well is like the orange, but a bit more damp, you know? It's more like this, the stripped acacia. So I feel like we could try and use these maybe in the wall design. So let's tear out this one, and we could try terracotta in these in the place of the acacia here. So we could even do something like that, or we could do something like this, maybe using the yellow. How does that look? Let's switch this side out for the yellow. Actually, no, let's switch this side out for the orange, because I think the orange would be a bit easier to implement here. So let's put the orange in like so. And we could even do something like that, right, with the terracotta, or we could even, replacing this with the regular terracotta, try that texture, because as I say, it's quite similar to the stripped acacia, so it might work well with those textures. So we could do something like this, maybe. Okay, yeah, that's not too bad, I suppose. It's not too bad. But do remember, guys, if you are watching this part, do remember to let me know down in the comments what you think, because it does matter what you think. And I'd like some input if you've got any. And here is the yellow as well, just to test them all out so you can see each one. See, even the yellow, in my opinion, looks quite good. And I figured that maybe we could even do something like this. If we take out the top two and the bottom two, like something like this, and then pop in orange instead. We could even make it multicolor, have some yellow in between, just to add a bit of tinge, you know, add a bit of difference, a bit of variance. And the yellow could even be replaced by the regular terracotta like this, which again doesn't look too bad, right? Because it blends in quite nicely with a lot of the textures that we're already using. But yeah, as I say, you guys let me know. I'm kind of just spitballing ideas, hoping that you guys will see something that you like and let me know. But I think for now we'll leave it with the acacia like that. So there are many options to explore, right? Because we got the stripped acacia, we got regular acacia, we got the 3 different terracotta types. So there are many options to explore, and we could even just leave things as they were, you know? That's an option as well, just leaving it as it is, just like that. So do let me know down below if you're still watching at this point. That would be greatly appreciated, you guys. You know I'm always up for interaction and that good stuff. So now that we've headed back to base, which I must say is a lot easier now that we've built that 3x3 tunnel, you can just fly through it. Let's see. Ooh, so the Wandering Trader, I don't see him, but I do see the llamas. So can we breed these guys? Hopefully the cooldown is reset by now. And if we can, then maybe this time they will actually give us a baby that will hang around. I'm just going to pop all of that in there. It could be quite useful to us, as I say. We've got some wheat somewhere. There we go. So let's do that maybe. And then craft ourselves 2 hay bales. And see if we can breed these guys for real this time. Because I don't want the baby to disappear, you know? That was frustrating, to say the least. I want them to stick around. So here we go. Go on, guys. Do what you need to do. Oh, it disappeared again. Why? Is it because they're on leads, maybe? I don't know. We'll try. I'll keep trying between episodes. See if I can figure this out. Because I really want to keep these llamas around. And maybe build a little pen for them. And hopefully breed them. But yeah, for now, it doesn't seem like we're going to be able to. Because I feel like these llamas really fit the theme of what we've got going on here. They kind of look like desert wanderers, you know. It just looks cool. They look cool with the carpets and the design, so I want to keep some around if we can. Alright, you guys, that is going to be it for today from me. This has been episode 118, and it's now finishing. So we're over here in the leatherworking station, the factory, the whatever it's called, the place where our leather workers hang out. And I just wanted to bring you guys back in to have one final look at it, because I'm quite pleased with how it turned out. The fireplace looks quite cool. It's burning away there, sending the smoke up through the chimney and out into the village, and everything is quite quaint where we are at the moment. And I'm looking forward to seeing this place once it's completed. Oasis is heading in a nice direction at the moment, and I hope you agree with me. So if you did enjoy today's episode, be sure to drop a like down below. I had a lot of fun recording it, as I usually do, so if you could do that, I'd greatly appreciate it. Also, if you're new around here or haven't subscribed yet, then go ahead and click that red subscribe button to stay tuned to this series and any other videos that I decide to post. Post a lot of other Minecraft videos as well, so I'm sure it'll be stuff that you're interested in. And finally, if you have any questions, suggestions, comments, feedback, anything in general that you want to say, please refer to the comment section down below with any of that good stuff, and I'll be sure to respond to you. Yeah, so let's get some interaction started in the comments. That'd be great, you guys. So one more time, I really do appreciate the fact that you've taken time out of your day to come and watch my video. As per usual, it's been great fun, as I say, to record it for you guys. Make sure to take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and I will catch you all in the next one. Bye for now.